We're in the city, bro. You said Detroit was getting better.
People pack in to the stadium, obviously, and you can also stand here like Jacob's doing and watch the game and not have to pay the crazy ticket prices. We're here on the corner of Michigan and Trumbull. My dad used to drive me by here all the time. And I would imagine home plate was right here.
I mean, if you look at pictures just from like 2003, it's made great strides. So what we're about to pull up here to in a minute is going to be the famous 8 Mile trailer park from 8 Mile movie. We're
Slim Shady, baby.
At home in a trailer.
You know what?
Mama, I'm coming home to you.
They filmed the movie 8 Mile. This is the trailer park.
Yo, I gotta save up some money and get the hell out of here. Cause I live at home in a trailer.
Wood filmed Gran Torino here, right here on the front lawn. Get off my lawn. What the hell is this? Get up. Get off my lawn.
Tell you something, brother. Motown sports car.
Left field is deep. It's way back. The Tigers are going to the World Series.
Oh man, did you ever hit the like and subscribe button?
Train station, baby. Ford's actually just bought that and renovated that. Luckily, made good timing coming from the Troy show. If you guys haven't seen that show, go check it out now. We met Cecil Fielder and Willie Horton, so we're going to the stomping grounds to see where Cecil hit that left field shot. I'm gonna check out the D today. Motown roots run deep here in Detroit, baby. What'd you think of your interaction with Cecil and Willie? Did you think it was gonna go as good as it went?
No, I didn't think it was going to go as good as it went, but hey.
It was pretty
it's
sweet.
A lifetime memory of what I got, and that was the best gift I could have ever asked for right there.
We're here on the corner of Michigan and Trumbull. So if you guys have never been to Detroit, Detroit's come a very long way, even since I was a kid in the early 2000s. Everything's being renovated and fixed up. Everybody's moving back in. Got brand new apartment buildings. The nightlife is awesome here. Detroit is definitely not what it used to be, and if you're not from the D, a lot of people probably have bad things to say about Detroit just from what they think, but can't you guys attest that Detroit's come a long way?
I mean, if you look at pictures just from like 2003, it's made great strides.
So I was born in '99. I never had the chance to actually go to a game at Tiger Stadium, but my dad used to drive me by here all the time. And I would imagine home plate was right here. Oh yeah, they got old bleachers. That's where home plate used to be. Look at that. That's where I was just talking to Cecil and I asked him about the home run he hit over the rooftop.
Over the roof! Gone! Home run for Cecil!
It didn't even just leave the field, it left the whole stadium. That was in 1990 that he was doing that. It says Walk of Heroes. Can you just imagine all the greats that have played here? Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb,
Mickey Mantle.
And Denny McLain. Denny McLain in 1968. I just did a video here. Denny McLain, he got win number 30 here. And Willie Horton walked it off to a double that he was just telling me about. It was a double. It was a single, wasn't it? On the 30th?
A double.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that same year, he actually served up Mickey Mantle's home run. He actually gave it to him. He gave him the home run. You guys have probably never heard this story. Denny had called Bill Freehand to the mound, and they had a mound visit. And he said, I'm going to give Mickey Mantle his last home run here at Tiger Stadium.
But the real story behind it is that Denny McLain is the guy that threw it to me that day. He was about 6-0 ahead of us. He's having a great year. I think he won 31 games that year, something like that. I come up to hit him up. It was my last time up in Detroit. And he called timeout, come walking up toward home plate, called Bill Freehand, the catcher, out behind the plate. And he was about from 5 or 6 feet out in front of the plate. And he says, let's let him hit one. This is probably his last time in Detroit.
And Bill Freehand says, you're crazy. You can't do that. He says, well, watch me. Go back, and he's going to give you one. He took strike one. He's like, damn, he threw it at like 50, 60 miles an hour. And then, sure enough, he's like, all right, strike two comes. And Mickey said to Bill, says, is he going to throw it again? And sure enough, he hit one out.
Well, I heard him, I heard him say that, but you never know whether to believe him or not, So when Freehand comes back by, I said, did I hear what he said? He wants me to hit one? Freehand says, yeah, he's not going to work on you. He's just going to throw you fastballs. I said, well, great, but I was still a little leery, So the first pitch he threw was right down the middle, and I took it, and he goes, like, hey, what's the matter? So then, of course, I knew that he really wanted me to hit one. So, and the next pitch he threw me, he really grooved it, and I really hit one good up in the upper deck. And I'm going around first and second, you know, and I kind of peek out at him. He's looking and grinning, you know. When I come around third, I look right at him, you know, and he kind of goes like, gives me a big wink, you know. And Pepitone is the next hitter. He was hitting behind me, and he sees what's going on, you know. So he comes up to hit. He's the next hitter, and he looks out at Denny, and he goes, "Hey, right in here, you know, put me one right here." And the first pitch to Pepitone was right behind.
You know, Denny actually got a fine from the MLB, the commissioner, for integrity of the game, I think they called it. We love LA. We ain't in LA. My dad had season tickets, so every weekend we were taking the people mover. We'd park at the Renaissance Center. Halsey's performing tonight. The Pistons are in town, and the auto show's all downtown. Just relax, pop some popcorn, and just enjoy us freezing our butts off to show you guys the D. Here's Comerica Park. I wonder, you might be able to park real quick and we can get a quick, can you go this way? 2005, they had the All-Star game here, and my dad was actually at the game. And even during the World Series and all playoff games, people pack in to the stadium, obviously, and you can also stand here like Jacob's doing and watch the game and not have to pay the crazy ticket prices. The best spot's like right here, Jake, because you can see the field. Let me see if I can jump up here. I'm short. God damn. Yeah, so people would stand up here. I know you really can't see it too good. And see the game without paying $1,500 to see the World Series. Now, there's Ford Field where the Lions play. Whenever the Tigers score, the fountains go off. You ever been to a game here where they're all standing on the edges? It's usually in the playoffs. I was actually just at a playoff game here.
They'll tell you to get off of this now.
It looks like they're doing renovations though. Look at, it's cold. We're out here for you guys. It's cold. Not sponsored by FanDuel, but we could be though. Here's Elmwood Grill. Before the game, you can come down here and get your little tipsy on before you pay the crazy prices. There's the box office. Monster Jam is also here at Ford Field. So I've been coming here my whole life, and if you guys know who Adam LeWoo is, shout out, rest in peace. He's one of our favorite vloggers that just passed away. He was here and did a little bit on the Ferris wheel, and he said that this is the only MLB ballpark that has a Ferris wheel. And like I said, I've grown up coming here, so I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. And then obviously right next door, here's what I want to show you guys, is the legendary Barry Sanders statue. They just put this in not too long ago, and I'm 100% sure, not even gonna guess that Barry was here and did a little speech, didn't he? Fun fact, if you ever come to the game, this is where the Tigers park, right by Ford Field Corner, and you can wait here and meet some Tigers. We used to meet Miguel Cabrera, and this is actually where I met Jim Leland. And this is where the Tigers, the visitors park. You see some of the concession stands up there. 313 Burger. You guys haven't been to a Tigers game, make the trip. And this Tiger at all hours of the day, even in the wintertime, has got people on it taking pictures. There's a nod to the legendary Ernie Harwell. When Ernie Harwell passed away, my dad actually took me to, yeah, you can turn left, his funeral thing they had going on.
Beautiful evening for the ball game. 67 degrees as this one gets underway. A lot of blue sky, a lot of sunshine, and I don't think you can find a cloud even if you're looking for it.
Norman Cash coming to bat now, trailing 1-0 in the 6th inning with nobody on base and one man down for Detroit.
He swings, there's a long drive to right, and it is a home run for Gibson. And Tiger Stadium is going crazy.
The third game in the World Series, his third victory. And Mickey, it has been fantastic what you have done.
I really feel lucky to be here, and I want to thank you for that warm welcome. Blessed part of that journey is that it's going to end here in the great state of Michigan. I deeply appreciate the people of Michigan. I love their grit. I love the way they face life. I love the family values they have. And you Tiger fans are the greatest fans of all. No question about that.
LCA and Hockey Town all in one shot. And I don't know if they planned it that way. And here's the Fox. And there's Mom Spaghetti, M&M's restaurant.
Now or never.
So you can come down here and eat Mom Spaghetti from Lose Yourself. Well, here's another little bit of those. These are everywhere, these apartments that are $2,000 plus a month for a one bedroom to stay downtown. And I think it's way more than that. The last time I checked, it was $2,000. That was a couple years ago.
Oh, this is something cool right here, Museum of Illusions.
I haven't seen this. Is this new?
That's brand new, yeah.
Museum of Illusions. We're down on Woodward, aren't we?
Yep.
There's Lululemon. So this is actually the Motown Museum, Hitsville, USA, and the Jackson 5, along with many others, Michael Jackson, and the whole Jackson 5 would come down here every week from Gary, Indiana, record, do tons of stuff for Motown music. This picture here, all the history and the Jackson 5. And they're building on a cool back-end renovation. 2 or 3 stories they're adding on. Multi-million-dollar project, obviously, for that big of a building. And come check it out if you're here in the D, down Grand Boulevard, not too far from downtown. I think it was New Center Stamping. That's what it was in the movie. Turn in here.
You ever wonder at what point you gotta just say fuck it, man? Like when you gotta stop living up here and start living down here.
It's 7:30 in the morning, dog.
So I know it sounds cliche, but being in Detroit, you guys have had to think of Eminem. And I couldn't do a video without showing you guys an Eminem staple. And in the movie, this is where I'm standing right where they did the rap battles on his lunch break. So they had the food truck here. This is where, I think it was called New Center Stamping in the movie. And I think right here was where you could see it in the background of the scene.
You worked here longer than me, and I get paid more than you do.
Serious, man.
Dog, take a seat. What's this guy standing in line for? He ain't got money to eat. Check this out. Yo, this guy cashed his whole check and bought one ho-ho. This guy's starving to death. Someone get him a biscuit. I don't know what they told you, Mike. You must have them cornrows rolled too tight. His job, you want to quit, but you can't. You worked at this plant so long. You're a plant. Look at your goddamn boots. For Christ's sakes, they're starting to grow roots. On this mic, you get faded. You look like a pissed off rapper who never made it. Man, I'm done with this clown. He's soft. I'll let homegirl finish you off.
So here's the Fort Piquette plant, and I found out that this was here because I was working here and I got to reading the sign. And I don't know how well you guys can read it. This is actually where they created the first Model T and the Model T right here in this very building, the Fort Piquette plant. I can only stand out here for a minute or two. I didn't dress good enough. But isn't that pretty sweet? That's where the first Model T was created. You see that, Jake?
Yep.
That's where Ford got its kick-started the company. So we're here at 140 Edison, and right in that shed in the back is where Henry Ford thought of the first Model T. I think it was the Model T. Created the idea in that shed. And the idea came to life here at his house. This is the Boston Edison Historic District. I'm wearing hay dudes in the snow, but you're getting the whole Michigan rundown. Henry and Clara Ford lived here from 1908 to 1915. The Fords built a machine shop above the garage for their son Edsel, who showed a keen interest in the automobile design. So this is where he got his interest in building automobiles. So yeah, so his machine shop was right up there in the garage, and that's where he came up with the ideas for all the automobiles, including the Model T. It was all shaped here when they lived here. So this may look like just a house, but the very own Clint Eastwood filmed Gran Torino here, right here on the front lawn I know you can't see it much because it just snowed, is where he had the famous scene, "Get off my lawn." Joe might do a better impersonation.
Get off my lawn.
He's been doing it all day. He just watched the movie last night. Well, that's where his dog, and he'd sit down out there and drink a beer. And back there, look at, there's the garage panels. This is where they kept the Gran Torino. I wish that truck wasn't in the way, but it's got the same paneling that was on the movies.
What the hell is this? Get off my lawn.
And I'd like to leave my 1972 Gran Torino to Tau Van Loor. The rear end like you see on all the other Zipperheads cars. It just looks like hell. If you can refrain from doing any of that, it's yours.
So tenderly, your story is nothing more than what you see or what you've done or will become. Standing strong, do you belong in your skin?
I've been a fan of that movie since I was a kid. Pretty sweet. Big Clint Eastwood fan. What'd you think of the movie?
It was pretty good. The ending, that really got me. I was crying, man.
I was crying, man.
You didn't have to go out like that. So what we're about to pull up here to in a minute is going to be the famous 8 Mile trailer park from 8 Mile movie where...
Slim Shady, baby. Him and Cheddar Bob. But I remember looking it up and you could see...
The franchise?
Yeah.
I'm taking a bus to work, man.
See, I'm the one that tipped him on Big O and got that fat man out of flipping burgers at Biggie D's.
At home in a trailer.
You know what?
Mama, I'm coming home to you.
They filmed the movie 8 Mile. This is the trailer park where he did that scene we were just singing. And I think we did it better than Eminem.
Yo, I gotta save up some money and get the hell out of here. This shit is ridiculous.
Well, Jimmy moved in with his mother, 'cause he ain't got no place to go.
And now I'm right back in the gutter with a garbage bag that's full of clothes.
Buzz it, 'cause you live at home in a trailer. What the hell you gonna do?
Yeah! 'Cause I live at home in the trailer. Mom, I'm coming home to you.
Yeah, I feel like they were more in like this like open area.
That's gonna do it for this one, guys. We're in Grosse Pointe. We just picked up some Chipotle, headed back home. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And I know this wasn't like a sports card video, but I figured, like I said a million times, figured I'd show you some spots around our Motown, the 313 Detroit, baby.
Love the D.
Love the D. So go check everything out. Go check the rest of our videos out if you haven't seen it already. Yeah, we got lots coming up, lots planned for the 2026 season, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.